When it comes to replacing or installing a multi-point lock, things can get kind of confusing. They extend most, if not all, of the entire length of your door edge. While multi-point locks add extra security and help keep your door from warping over time, they can also be a nightmare if you need to install or replace one and you have no idea what you're doing. The key to replacing your lock is knowing and understanding it in the first place. Multi-point locks come with a variety of locking options. These are just a few: roller, hook, tongue, deadbolt, and chute bolt. Most multi-point locks have similar locking processes. When the door is closed, the handle is lifted and the locking points up and down the lock engage. When the thumb turn or key is turned, the deadbolt engages and the locking points are all secure. Once the deadbolt is retracted, all the locking points disengage when the handle is turned. Here's the surprise part. These are what multi-point locks look like when you take them out of the door. But as long as you know some key identifiers and measurements, you'll be able to figure out which lock you need. First things first, if you're replacing a lock, it helps to know the brand of the original lock. The logo of the original brand can typically be found on the face of the lock near the handles. This one's a HOPPE. Next, you need to know whether you need or want an American-style cylinder or a Euro-style. This is an American cylinder on the left and a Euro-style cylinder on the right. Euro is more popular, but both serve the same function: to extend and retract the deadbolt, securing the door in the locked position. Both Euro and American cylinders typically function so that the exterior side of the door requires a key and the interior can be locked by twisting a thumb turn. Though both can be used on many types of doors, they are not interchangeable from lock to lock, and both require different handle sets. Last but not least, when replacing a multi-point lock, you need to know key measurements about the original lock. Backset is the distance from the edge of the lock to the center of the handle and cylinder. The handle and the cylinder are lined up, so you can measure to either the cylinder or the handle. The PZ is the handle to cylinder spacing. Measures from the middle of the cylinder hole down to the middle of the handle hole. You also need to know the width of your door and the width of the faceplate of the lock. The handle height is the distance from the bottom of the door to the center of the handle. Pretty obvious, we know, but it's important. You also need to know the locking point locations. These are measured from the handle to the center of each locking point. There's usually a pretty handy line at the handle height on the face of the lock that you can use to measure up and down from. And lastly, though it isn't a measurement per se, you need to know how many locking points there are. This total counts the central spring latch and deadbolt as one locking point. So, for example, this lock has 1, 2, 3 points. For more information about multi-point locks or to order a lock, please visit our website at www.allaboutdoors.com.